Picture this. You wake up before dawn, work a full shift, pay your bills, watch prices climb again and again, and then turn on the news only to hear that your government thinks you're comfortable on £46,000 a year. Now imagine being told that the same government is launching its biggest ever crackdown on illegal working, claiming it will stop people crossing the channel in small boats. Sounds tough, right? But is it fair? Is it working? Or is it just another story designed to make us believe the system is under control? This week, the Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood announced that over 1,000 people have been deported after nationwide raids on takeaways, fast food drivers, beauty salons, and car washes. The Home Office says arrests for illegal working have jumped by more than 60%, and that this is only the beginning. Mahmood says illegal work fuels the crossings across the channel, and that anyone found working illegally will be arrested, detained, and removed from Britain. She calls it protecting our borders. But is that what this is really about, or is it about protecting political headlines? Think about it. Hundreds of raids, 11,000 sites visited, 8,000 arrests, and just over 1,000 deportations. If these are the biggest numbers ever recorded, what do they actually tell us? Are we safer now? Is the border more secure? Or are we just watching statistics that sound strong but don't solve the core issue? Mahmood insists she will do whatever it takes to defend Britain's borders. Yet critics argue that the government is punishing symptoms, not causes, because as long as Britain's economy depends on cheap, flexible labor, illegal work will never truly disappear. And let's ask the question that few in Westminster seem brave enough to confront. Why are so many people willing to risk everything just to work here? What kind of desperation drives a person to cross freezing waters in a small boat? What kind of hope makes someone hide their identity just to wash cars or deliver food? How did Britain become a place where survival depends on being invisible? Alex Norris, the Minister for Border Security, says the results are excellent and that the government is using the law to its fullest. He praised the raids as the largest immigration enforcement operation in British history, but when challenged about the small number of deportations compared to arrests, he insisted it was still an achievement. But does success really mean arresting thousands while deporting hundreds? Or does it mean understanding why so many are here in the first place? Let's look deeper. Ministers have also announced tougher right-to-work checks. Companies across Britain, from small cafes to delivery giants like Deliveroo, Just Eat, and Uber Eats, will now have to verify every worker's legal status. Miss those checks and you could face fines of up to £60,000 per illegal worker, or even jail time. Sounds decisive, doesn't it? But will it actually make Britain fairer? Or will it simply push more people underground? And what about the small business owners? The local takeaway struggling to stay open? The car wash trying to survive rising energy costs? Should they be treated like criminals if they unknowingly hire someone with the wrong papers? Or is this a government trying to look tough at the expense of those just trying to make ends meet? Let's take a moment to think about the scale of this operation. £5 million have been poured into what's called Operation Sterling Targeting, unauthorized working arrests up 63%, site visits up 51%. That's a lot of action, but how much change can a country police its way out of an economic problem when the real issue might be the jobs that no one else wants to do? Every statistic has a human behind it. The cleaner scrubbing hotel floors before sunrise, the driver delivering meals for pennies, the worker standing in the cold at a car wash, hoping to send money home. When politicians talk about enforcement, how often do they talk about the people? When they speak of numbers, do they see the faces? And here's another uncomfortable question. Is Britain's economy quietly addicted to this invisible workforce? Without them, would takeaways close? Would deliveries slow? Would care homes struggle even more than they already do? Some say this crackdown is necessary. Others say it's hypocrisy. A nation built on work now criminalizing the very people who keep it running. At England Now7, we want to hear from you. Do you think the government's tough stance will really stop small boat crossings, or will it just make life harder for those already struggling? Are you worried about how these laws could affect your job, your business, or your community? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one, and your thoughts shape the next episode. Meanwhile, ministers say they're closing loopholes for part-time and temporary workers. They promise no one will slip through the cracks. But can bureaucracy really catch everything? And should it? If a worker pays taxes, spends their wages here, and contributes to society, do they deserve to be treated like a criminal? Or is the real crime a system that benefits from their work but refuses to acknowledge it? Britain now stands at a crossroads. On one side, a government that says it's defending borders. On the other, a society wondering if it's defending its humanity. Where do you stand? Should Britain be tougher on illegal work or more honest about how dependent it's become on it? Every story like this forces us to look in the mirror, because this isn't just about immigration or policy, it's about identity. What kind of country do we want to be? A fortress or a fair society? As this debate unfolds, one truth remains clear. Britain's middle and working classes are being squeezed harder than ever. Living costs up, wages stagnant, and now new laws threatening small employers trying to stay afloat. The government says it's protecting working people. But how can you protect workers by making life harder for them? We want to hear your voice. Do you believe these policies will fix the problem? Or are they simply another distraction from deeper economic failures? Join the discussion below, because your opinion, your story, and your experience matter more than any speech in Parliament. You're watching England Now7, bringing you stories that ask the questions others avoid. Stay informed, stay curious, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this conversation is far from over. Sources: The Independent, Sky News, UK Home Office, press release. October 2025. PA Media Report on Immigration Enforcement. 2025.